Hi guys, I've got a brand new microphone I'm trying out, so let's hope that this works. It's actually a proper microphone on an arm. Generally the ones that are actually attached to me, in order to pick up my voice properly, I have to have them really, really close to my face. And some of those make me sound like I've got a lisp, which is interesting. So let's see. It'd be really interesting to see how this sounds. However, I will be turning my head away to get things, and normally the microphone comes with me, but bear with me while I get used to using a static mic. Okay, so we've had a heat wave in the UK this week. I've been off, which means I haven't been in my air-conditioned office. So yeah, it's been a hot one. I think it was 28 degrees in my flat on, let's see, Wednesday. So yeah, goodness gracious me, I'm extremely happy that it's now much cooler today, and we've got a really, really cool breeze. So the flat is now down to about 25, I think. So, which I'm like, yay! I'm imagining in not long it'll be down to 23. So it's all much more bearable. But I did break out some of my high heat perfumes, and it made me think I'll have to make an updated video of what I wear, what I choose to wear, and what I'm comfortable wearing in super high heat. I've got quite a few old videos where I was just, back in the day when it was a bit less curated, it was just everything that I owned that I thought might be good for high heat. And since then, lots of things have been decluttered, things have been added in. So I might do like my top 20, or like the 20 perfumes that I will consider wearing when it's like crazy hot in the UK. And I do understand there's lots of people who will be watching this who have much hotter weather than we do here. However, like the UK's not really used to, I say that, it's been years now, but our buildings were not really built and things weren't constructed with very hot weather in mind, because we traditionally don't have like super hot weather, but we pretty much get a little bit of the year every year now where it's just like scorching, and nothing has air conditioning. Like the flow of air through our buildings isn't great. We don't have any of the cool ceiling fans you get like in the Caribbean that go above beds and stuff, so it's just like we're all just very sweaty. We're just all very sweaty. And we've also got, I haven't got a garden, so I've got no outdoor space to hang out in unless I actually travel to somewhere. Anyway, that's enough about the weather, guys. I will start with, this is one that used to be one of my signature scents, and I'm so happy to tell you I've seen this popping up places. So this is Boum. This is the green tea and cherry blossom. This used to be a signature scent of mine. So the pink's starting to come off of this one. I've had many bottles of this. I have backup bottles. And I was considering selling another one of my backups, just because I was like, there's people who probably want to try this and can't get it. I've just seen it on Latino. I've seen it on, I don't think it's direct, what was it? Perfume Click or something like that. I've seen it a few places, so I'm hoping that this is starting to turn up again. This is absolutely one of my all-time favourite perfumes. I love this perfume. It is really juicy and fruity, but it's also aquatic feeling from that very watery, slightly aromatic tea. And I get a lot of rose in here, but like it's a really cool, like gentle, soft rose, because it's so fruity. Let me give you the notes, guys. I'm obsessed. I love this one. So this is tea, lemon and pear in the top, cherry blossom, blackcurrant and rose in the mid, and then peach and musk in the base. Just lush. It's perfect for hot weather. It actually works pretty well. It lasts a bit longer in colder weather, but if this hits your clothes, you're going to smell delicious all day. It's really refreshing to respray. You might be able to, that's the other thing with having this kind of microphone. It's going to be interesting to see how much it picks up the insanity that's going out on my street, because Thames Water are drilling all over the place. So they're literally drilling holes into the pavements nearby. So there's a lot of massive vans as well, So anyway, the peach in the base is watery. It's not sickly, and you definitely get blackcurrant, you definitely get pear. In the top you get some lemon, but that chills out. It's so delicious. Now, if you cannot find this one, I always say look for Elizabeth Arden's, what's it called, green tea and pomegranate. It is so close. It's more shampooy, a little bit sharper. This one is my favourite version of that kind of scent, but I just love this. If you can get it, I highly recommend it. So let's move that one over there. Let's have a look. How does that look on the screen? I think that's all right. Gorgeous. Right, next up. I mean, I'm trying not to use all of my high heat classics right in one go. This is, I don't like this perfume when it's cooler weather. I only like it in hot weather. That's when it's good. So this is Rive Wave of Love, and this is a dupe of Lanvin's Eclat d'Arpège. I mean, so lovely in hot weather. I was actually wearing this on one of the hottest days. Can you see? There you go. It says Wave of Love. Fabulous purple liquid, which totally matches the vibe of this because it is a delicious lilac and wisteria tea perfume. Now this one, it's as close as I can get to that Dolce & Gabbana light blue DNA, because I don't like, actually to be honest, I don't like any Dolce & Gabbana perfumes. I wish I could get one of the red cap ones, you know, the old ones, because my friend used to wear that when we were at college, and I'd love to smell that one again, because I feel like that's like a bit of an aldehydic classic soapy scent, so I might still like some of the older ones. But I haven't found a single new Dolce & Gabbana that I actually can wear. There's something in them. Light blue, I imagine, again, maybe it's ambroxan, because I find it sort of sharp, screechy, very citrusy without any sweetness, and intensely woody in a very masculine way. So that's just how that translates for me. I know loads of people love light blue. It just doesn't work for me. This really works for me, and it's so pretty, and I think the florals in it are what really pushes it into my kind of neck of the woods. So it's lilac, lemon and black elder in the top, and then the middle notes are tea, wisteria, peony, osmanthus and peach. Base notes musk, amber and cedar. And I have to say, I got this one just to kind of test this one out. I would love at some point in the future to have a bottle of the real thing, because I haven't smelt that one for ages. I smelt that so many years ago, when I could actually smell that kind of things in shops. I don't know that I've seen Lanvin perfumes in a shop for maybe a decade now, but really, really nice. It's a really easy perfume to wear. You have to respray it. I don't think even the original one lasts very long, but this is such an excellent high heat perfume. So yeah, I mean, honestly, quite a few of these will be in my top 20, but I didn't wear everything that I love for high heat this week. Okay, so again, I've actually this week I filmed loads of videos this week, guys, so I've loads of stuff coming up, but I filmed my Tocca one, and as I said, I'd already bought the one that I talked about last week, and I've got a little half bottle of Giulietta that I got for $9.99 on eBay, which I was very happy about. But this one I invested in, so this cost me about £40 from Look Incredible, because they had that half price sale that I put up about on my community page. So this is Simone. Look at that, so beautiful. Again, it's so heavy. These bottles are huge. Was I too close to my thing then? We'll see. It's going to be really weird to listen back to this one to see where my voice is going to be all over the place. So this is Tocca Simone. I mean, these are just, look at these colours and bottles. They're so gorgeous. I love it. So Tocca Simone is a apple and watermelon perfume with florals, basically, and it's so perfect for high heat because it is gentle. I've seen some people talking about Tocca and saying that they're like beginners perfumes and they're not very interesting, and they're kind of, you know, they're just a little bit kind of light, but that's what I like about them. Like, a lot of these are light, easy to wear, they're really pretty. They're as Tara Michelle would say, they're pretty for pretty's sake, you know. So this one, what I love about this is it, in a weird way, there's a floral muskiness here from Fraiche and Musk that reminds me a little bit of Modern Princess, except this one is green apple instead of red, and there's a noticeable watery, juicy watermelon in there as well. And I adore Modern Princess, and you will see at some point, because I bought the 2 flankers to try from Modern Princess, and one of them is watermelon, and it did not smell the way that I was hoping it would. This one smells the way I wanted that one to smell. So I wanted the watermelon version of, I think it's called Modern Princess Blooming. I wanted that one to smell like Modern Princess, but with a watermelon note instead of red apple. But it doesn't smell like that at all, sadly. So this gave me, it was so joyous when I tried it out. I was like, I tested it from the little, what's it called? The Discovery set. I tried it from the Discovery set, and I was like, I'm going to have this if I can find it for a good price. So this is the 50ml bottle. You can tell because it's got the big bit of glass there. But yeah, I mean, it's so yummy. And the full set of notes are watermelon, apple and lemon in the top. Mid notes of Fraiche, frangipani, rose and ylang ylang. So it is quite floral. Then the base notes are musk, woody notes and amber. I don't get loads of amber or woody notes here. I get watermelon and apple definitely. A touch of lemon at first, but that kind of dies down. It just keeps it fresh. I definitely get Fraiche because it has that slightly soapy, bar soapy quality, but very light, the way that Modern Princess does. And then I'm not sure I get a huge amount of rose, but I feel like it's just a floral bouquet with Fraiche leading the pack. No, I can get a little bit of ylang ylang. I always think ylang ylang has a slightly plasticky smell that I really enjoy. Beautiful. It's so pretty, and I think it's so perfect for chucking on like a hot day. I just think it's a beautiful perfume. I'm really very happy to have that one. I mean, obviously it is helped by the gorgeous bottle, but yeah, it just really taps into something about what I like in perfumes, you know, that kind of soapy, musky, but it's unlike what's it called, Dolce & Gabbana L'Impératrice. There's no sharpness. I find that one super screechy, and it's not too shampooey. It has a touch of kind of soapiness, but I think it's much smoother and softer than how I'd describe a shampooey perfume. I just think it's lovely. But again, if you want a budget version that it's not exactly the same, but isn't like a million miles away, then the one I wore last week, Adidas Get Ready, I think is a really fun watermelon perfume with some florals and some musk. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. This is getting a real battering in the evening. This is my Clean Fresh Laundry and Lavender. This I bought new, and this is a genuine dent. So you can see it gets sprayed a lot. It goes on my clothes, it goes on my body, it goes on my bed. Fresh Laundry and Lavender is an excellent perfume. This is the Eau Fraiche. Now, normally I'm like, oh no, they don't do it anymore. But weirdly, when I was just checking the notes, I noticed that Makeup UK have an eau de toilette version of this, and it's new. So I think Clean have re-released this, and the one that I never got to try that I wanted to, which is called Skin, I think it's like Clean Skin and Vanilla. That was an Eau Fraiche as well, but that's come out as an eau de toilette as well, in 60ml bottles. So not these massive kind of watery ones, just more like their normal eau de toilettes. So yeah, if you search for Clean Fresh Laundry and Lavender, hopefully you'll actually be able to find this. This is exactly what it says. It smells, despite the notes, which, I mean, do these make any sense to me? Not particularly. It's got fruity notes and pineapple in the top, lavender, green grass and orchid in the mid. Oh, also night blooming jasmine and star anise apparently. Base notes, musk, tonka bean, amber, precious woods and patchouli. But it just smells like freshly washed laundry, wet laundry, that you've used a lavender detergent with, and not like a powder detergent, like a liquid detergent. It is exactly the smell of laundry that you take out of the washing machine when it's still wet, but then with a beautiful lavender in there. It's such a good one. It's so good for crazy high heat. If you live in a very hot country and you like fresh, clean laundry smells, you would, I think, love this. I've got another clean one to talk about, and I'll wait to say what I was about to say. But yeah, excellent one. Another high heat banger. I wore Chanson de Eau this week. This is the original Chanson de Eau. I also noticed on Makeup UK and Notino that there is a new range of Chansons from Coty that are in kind of more modern bottles, but to be honest, some of them look like dupes. I've actually ordered the vanilla one to test out, but that was the only one because one of them definitely looks like it's going to smell like Delina, so I didn't bother with the rose one. The jasmine one I might try at some point, but jasmine's always a bit of a risk for me. And then they've got a lemon one, and I was like, I think that was compared to something else, and I wasn't sure whether I should bother with that. But they're around like £10-15, whereas this one is about a fiver normally. You can get 200ml bottles of the original Chanson de Eau. Perfect for this kind of weather. I think I put this in my shampoo perfumes, but like nowadays I think of this smelling a bit more like a body wash. It's a bit more soapy, and again, somewhere between a body wash and a bar soap, because it doesn't have that screechy quality that you get with shampoo perfumes. But maybe it's more of a fresh laundry, more of like a just slightly, yeah, maybe more of a detergent. Maybe that's where I had it rather than shampoo. Maybe I had it in fresh laundry scents. This is a genius perfume. It's such a good one. I'm just going to get the notes. So they haven't got the full set of notes on for Grande, so I will tell you what I found when I actually looked on the internet. This is top notes of mint, basil, mandarin, lemon, bergamot, orange, lavender and hyacinth. Middle notes of jasmine, ylang ylang, lily of the valley, mango, pineapple, green cardamom. Base notes, iris, sandalwood, bamboo, musk and tonka bean. You definitely get some of that tonka bean because this definitely sweetens up. It starts off genuinely smelling like grass, green grass, and like, if you can imagine like a lime sorbet or something, like a fresh cooling lime. It's just so delicious. Like, there's something about the combination of all those citruses that it's got that smells like more like lime, but the mint obviously, and the basil I think is probably helping out with the grassiness here. It's so pretty. Then you definitely get a little bit more of that, definitely some lily of the valley, definitely some iris. I can smell that cardamom. The pineapple and mango gives it like a sweetness again. This is just some kind of magic. It's a bit shocking when you first spray it. If you don't like grassy green scents, you'd find it shocking, but it doesn't stay like that. And when I smell it from the bottle, it's more like a kind of light, sprightly, slightly spicy, slightly woody scent. It's just really interesting, very cheap, so good in hot weather. I can see why this is a classic over in hot countries in Europe. Okay. So, there's one that I forgot to get up, which I better find now because I'm going to talk about it. So let's have a look. I mean, this is my little travel size one. I actually wore my massive one, but because I knew I had a couple of massive bottles, I just got this little one out. This is obviously the absolute classic winner perfume that is Elizabeth Arden green tea. The original green tea, the best green tea, no messing. Let me just sort these out a second. So the original green tea is, I can wear it any time of the year if I need to feel calm, if I need something fresh, if I'm not feeling very well. It's an absolute boss of a perfume. I love it. It's so good. And wearing it again and respraying it, and I just love it. It's just truly, I never ever end up keeping any of my flankers of this. Even if I like them, I just don't feel like I need them because I just love this one too much. Do you know, sometimes like there's just no point in having flankers when I love the original to the point that I do. I said in one of my comments, actually, I think I was talking to someone in my comments, and I gave the one that I tried recently, the Coconut Breeze one, which is beautiful. It is like strip the herbs out of green tea, add in more citrus, and then some coconut water specifically. It's beautiful, but I miss those herbs. It's one of the things I love about green tea. So I gave that to my friend Fern because she is on a bit of a coconut kick, but she doesn't necessarily want really strong stuff. So whenever I have a coconut perfume that I'm considering decluttering, I just give it to her. But anyway, green tea. This is as hopefully everyone knows by now, it's a Francis Kirk de Jean, right from back in the day, one of his early perfumes. This is a late 90s perfume, and I nearly swore, it's just that good. Top notes are lemon, bergamot, mint, orange peel and rhubarb. Middle notes, jasmine, oak moss, musk, fennel, carnation and white amber. Base notes, green tea, jasmine, oak moss, musk, celery seeds, caraway, cloves and amber. And the magic, it just smells like the inside of a fancy spa. It just smells like a spa. It's amazing. It's so heavenly. I actually had Fern over on the day that I was wearing this. It just made me feel fresh and clean, and it was absolutely sweltering on that day. And because there were 3 of us in our living room and we were having pizza, it was hot, it was a very hot time. So it's magical. I will continue going on about it forever. And I know some people don't like it, but more for me. Okay, what have we got next? Oh yeah. I bought this one back down from home because I was actually keeping this at my mum and dad's. You know what I'm just thinking, actually? I might put that over in the corner. Oh no, what am I going to sound like when I listen to this thing back? I'm going to be like, oh no, you were too close the whole time. Is that going to work? That's all right. So, okay, let's try to do it like that. So this is Amazing Grace Magnolia. It's just a little tiny bottle. So this is the 15ml. I got this for a steal a while back, but this is a really nice perfume. I bought it back with me purely because I was like, it's just so easy to chuck in my bag or if I'm traveling or something, and it's a good, clean, fresh scent. But it's it's slightly body lotiony, very soapy, because this one does smell quite a lot like Chanson Tendre, and therefore it's like a kind of less powdery version of the one that I've got in that general profile, which is Stash Privé by Sarah Jessica Parker. Let me just spray this out because woo! Yeah, it's definitely that Chanson Tendre kind of smell, but it's a good version of it, I'll tell you. It's a really nice one. Yeah, super fresh, really yummy. So this one lists notes of bergamot and nectarine in the top, magnolia and violet in the mid, base notes musk, driftwood and amber. And honestly, the amount of perfumes I've smelt that smell a bit like Daisy or Chanel Chanson Tendre but have completely different sets of notes, they just have that general smell, and this has that general smell. This one's even closer, I would say, than Stash Privé. But yeah, Privé has like a more powdery, kind of slightly pinker vibe to it, like something a little bit more delicate but dusty. This one maybe is tiny bit fruitier than that one, and a little bit pushing towards more of a body lotion than a powdery thing. But it's such a good one. Like, this is much nicer than the original Amazing Grace in my view. I think this is a really nice perfume. So if you see it anywhere for a good price, really recommend Amazing Grace Magnolia. I think it's great. Alright, so then I took this one down to my hometown because my mum's very sensitive to perfumes. So this is Warm Cotton from the Clean Classic range. I have actually made a video of all of these rollerballs that I got, so this is how much I've used since I got it. It's really nice, this one, and it smells exactly, it smells like laundry. So I had this on the day that I came back down to London. It has a slight fruitiness, but it's very crisp, very clean, proper laundry smell. And interestingly, that's what I was going to say when I was talking about this one. I gave this rollerball to my mum to smell, and she smelt it and she was like, oh yeah, it does smell clean and fresh. And she doesn't wear most perfumes. Whenever I give her a perfume to smell, or whenever she sniffs anything, she pulls a disgusted face. Even the Verbena one that I actually mentioned it when I was in my last video that I put up last week about the L'Occitane Verbenas. That was her perfume that she sniffed. It was one that was actually in her collection, and she pulled a disgusted face. So I was like, okay, she really doesn't wear perfumes anymore. But she actually put some of this on, and then she looked up the Clean website. So I'm like, oh, interesting. She did later say, oh, it's actually quite strong. I mean, it isn't. Anything's strong to someone who doesn't wear perfumes, of course. But I think she was genuinely considering getting herself something from Clean, because I think she liked that fresh laundry smell. So at some point, maybe I'll take her down a little rollerball or get her a little spray or something that she can just enjoy. This kind of thing would be perfect, like an Eau Fraiche, because it's not too strong. She does actually really like the smell of lavender. This one's really pretty. It's just, honestly, as soon as it dries down, you just smell like clean, fresh laundry. Like, there's not really much else to say. It has notes of citruses and verbena in the top, cotton flowers, sea notes, orange blossom and fruits in the mid, and then the base is musk and amber. But like I said, it just smells like fresh laundry. And I'd say this one, I think at first this one smells a bit like wet laundry. And then it dries down to smell a little bit more like dried laundry, if you see what I mean. It doesn't retain that kind of wet smell, but it's really, really nice. Okay, so date night, I was just in the mood, and this is where this little solid comes in. Oh my god, very handy. So the Lust Solid from Lush is really good for warm weather. So now that I've got the perfume as well, and I have acclimatized to wearing the actual perfume, I think in cooler weather that I'll use the perfume, and in warmer weather I'll use this one, because this smell incredible. I actually was wearing this last night. It's it makes me feel so sexy, this perfume. I know some people think it smells like, I think I saw someone said it smells like if you licked your arm and then sniffed it or something, like it smells like someone's breath. I don't get that personally, but there is something slightly, I mean, I feel like there's something slightly filthy in here that makes it so sexy. There is a kind of musky, sensual feel to this. And actually, even more so in the solid than in the perfume, I really do get a bit of, what's it called? It almost smells a bit like, and specifically mandarin. That's what I feel when I put this on. I was kind of thinking, is it clementine or mandarin? But it's mandarin specifically. It sort of smells like, let me get the notes. So it's jasmine, ylang ylang, vanilla, sandalwood and rose. So it's mainly jasmine with a good dose of ylang ylang, which makes it even more interesting, slightly waxy, slightly creamy, and a hint of vanilla, which obviously stops it being too sharp. But I swear there's something in here that smells citrusy, and it comes across to me like mandarin. It is so lush. I mean, the fact that it's called Lush Lust, accurate in every way. And it actually changes my mood, this one. It makes me feel quite powerful and sexy, but very seductive. It's definitely a date night perfume for me, this. It's just so gorgeous. I really do get a very specific natural jasmine from this as well, which I love. Oh, that reminds me, while we're talking about Lush, guys, Lush they've brought out, what's it called? They've brought out one that used to be called So White, and now I think it's called Once Upon a Time, as a body spray. I saw it online. They've also, oh my god, they've brought, honestly, I cannot afford the amount of shower gels that I want, because Lush have just released on their online, not only the community ones, but loads of old ones they've brought back. So the one that I was most excited about is this Purple Rain. As Purple Rain is back, they've got the Avocado Co-Wash as a shower gel as well. There was another one too. There's the Sonic Death Monkey. There's so many awesome things on Lush at the moment that I cannot afford to buy, because they're like 30 quid a bottle, and I can't be spending that at the moment. But yeah, oh my god. So yeah, I'm really. The reason I was thinking about it is because they've also got that one. Is it called Flying Fox or something? There's another thing that smells a little bit like Lust, I think, that they used to have in the form of a body spray as well, but I think now they've got it as a shower gel, which they probably used to have it as a shower gel as well, but I've never tried that one as a shower gel, so I'm interested to know what that smells like, because if they bring that out as a perfume or a body spray, and it's like a different take on Lust, I'd quite like to try it. Alright, last but not least, although least for me, because it's the only thing that I had on my skin that I really didn't like this week. So my beloved sister has been obsessed with all things Fenty for a long time. She has an insane amount of their makeup. She just loves Rihanna. She's always loved Rihanna. And yeah, so she was quite excited when she saw the Fenty perfume. Now, my sister is not a strong perfume person. She's definitely not a fruit chili perfume. She has quite delicate perfumes, and I never notice her smelling strong. She's always got like quite a subtle scent. She tends to like subtle scents. So for instance, the one that is her favourite is Kayali Citrus. She loves that perfume, which is why I gave her my little 10ml of it. So, but because she loves Fenty, she got herself a sample of Fenty by Fenty, and I've not smelled that one. You know, the really expensive one in the brown glass bottle. So I tested it. She gave it to me so I could test it on my skin. So I told her about, there's a Middle Eastern one that's supposed to smell quite like it called Blueberry Musk, and you can get that for 20 quid on Amazon. So I told her about that one. I sent her a link in case she wanted to try it, just to try and prevent her spending a huge amount of money on a perfume that I don't think she's going to really enjoy wearing too much. I think it's going to be a bit much if she does proper full wears. But anyway, so the notes in this are blueberry and tangerine in the top, middle notes of Bulgarian rose, geranium and magnolia, base notes patchouli and musk. There's a beautiful blueberry that this opens with, but it is basically a hardcore fruit chewy. I'm not the person to ask. I really don't like fruit chewies. I think it smells quite mature. The blueberry is gorgeous, but it doesn't really last that long, unfortunately, which seems to be the case with blueberry perfumes. And I'd say like a more fun take on a blueberry fruit chewy is the Le Petit Robe Noir Intense, because that also has a beautiful blueberry, but essentially it dries down to be a sweet fruit chewy. And this is exactly the same, but I have a feeling the Fenty one is more expensive. Might actually be the same price. Interesting. I'm not sure. But yeah, I can definitely smell the rose in here, and I can smell the blueberry at the beginning. But the patchouli is very strong in this. And I did not like it at all. It's just not something I would wear. I didn't despise it. There wasn't anything in it that I was like, that is rank. The patchouli was just out of control, so that's just not my kind of thing. But yeah, if the blueberry lasted, it would be a really interesting, a much more interesting perfume. It starts with such a beautiful note, but that just sort of turns into a generally fruit chewy smell. That was an interesting one. It was interesting to try it, but I knew I wasn't going to really love it because it's not my thing. Oh, actually, I did try Cloud on my skin again as well, because my sister has Cloud, and exactly as it was when I tried it, when I bought it, it just turns into straight up sugar on my skin. It just smells like granulated sugar. It smells all right from the bottle, but it gets crazy sweet on me. My skin just does something to that perfume that drives it into possibly one of the sweetest things I've ever put on my skin. And like I said, I don't think it smells like that on everyone else. I don't think it smells like that particularly on Cadre from the bottle, but my skin just takes whatever it is in that perfume that's sugary. It's almost like the difference between real sugar and, sweetener. It's that intensely sweet, unnaturally sweet vibe that I get from sweetener, as opposed to what feels like a slightly more tangy sweetness that I get with real sugar. That's kind of what Cloud turns into on me. It's like Splendor or something. It's mad. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's still quite a nice perfume, that one. It's just not for me. But what I was thinking when I had that one on my skin was, you know what? I just love Seductive Red so much from Guess. That is definitely my favourite version of the Baccarat Rouge profile. I just love that. So that is the one that I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I've got that one. Cloud made me want to smell that one again, All right, I think I've been going on for ages. Let's see. It's going to be so sad if I've recorded this whole thing and this microphone is a disaster. But we'll see. I'm going to test it out now and see how this has gone. Thanks, guys. Thank you to my existing subscribers. I can never say subscribers first thing, can I? And if you have watched this and you enjoy my rambling mad content, please do consider subscribing, because we're almost at 2,000, and that is going to be so epically cool when I get to 2,000 subscribers, because I love doing these videos. It's really fun. I love talking to you guys. And as I said, if I get 2,000, I'll do like a Q&A, and I'll put up a thing. So if you guys want to ask me questions, you can. All right. Bye, guys. You're all awesome. Tell me what you've been wearing this week. And tell me what the weather's like where you are.